Hey, what's up, guys? Kyle Gal back in their video, and today I want to do my What If series. What if Naruto was a girl? Part 15. So, in the last part, in part 14, mostly we go back to the Leaf Village there, where technically Sakura was technically bringing flowers to Lee and Sasuke there. Mostly she was bringing flowers to Lee and Sasuke there. Sasuke was getting pretty pissed off at Naruto there because she actually was outdoing him and stuff like that. So he was getting pretty pissed off there. Mostly when Sakura was at the hospital there. We see Narcos was out also at the hospital. Mostly they go into Sasuke's room there. Sakura was technically feeding Sasuke the apple there. He technically knocks it off her hand there. Narcos like, oh, you don't have to do that to her. And then mostly gives her the look there and stuff like that. She said, and then Sasuke said she wanted to fight her and stuff, or fight Naruto there. Naruto mostly sets the challenge. She's like, "What? You're gonna get beat by a girl?" There, and that's what she was actually saying to him. So they go to the roof there. Technically, Naruto actually was saying put on the headband there, and Sasuke's like, oh, I don't need that damn thing there. She's like, no, that's just part of the being a leaf shinobi there. That's what she was actually saying to him. So they actually fight there. Naruto uses clone tackles there. Sasuke uses his fireball jutsu there to get rid of the clones. Naruto uses her Uzumaki Mirage there. And mostly Naruto builds up the Rasengan. Sasuke builds up the Chidori. They're gonna collide. Kashi technically stops him there, throw him in the water towers there. Technically, Kashi was actually saying to Sasuke, saying that Chidori was gonna kill a comrade. He's like, "Why you're trying to kill a comrade there?" And then he mostly flees off there. And then mostly Akashi was getting, or Jiraiya was getting Akashi the lecture there, saying how do that there and stuff. And mostly Akashi was giving Jiraiya the lecture, mostly teaching Naruto the Rasengan there and stuff. So mostly they're both getting each other lectures and stuff like that. And then Sasuke gets pissed off there, and mostly leaves there and stuff like that. They mostly were gonna let them cool off there. Jiraiya didn't really did nothing to Naruto there, mostly not really talking to her. And mostly Sasuke was like in the original series. Technically, Akashi ties him up there, and he said something about he's like how I feel if I kill anybody, and he's like, oh well, they're already dead there, so good luck on that there. That's what he was saying, and stuff like that. So that was in part. Mostly Sasuke leaves the village and joins Orochimaru. Or leaves the village there. So that was in part. That was in part 14. So it was going in part 15 there. What if Naruto was a girl? So, we had to start off there where Shikamaru was technically became Chunin there. So technically Shikamaru became Chunin there. He's like, well, Sasuke, and then mostly Lady Sonati was actually saying, he's like, well, Sasuke Uchiha has left the village there last night, and then mostly he's like, wait, Sasuke has left the village there? That's what Shikamaru said. She's like, yes, he has left the village there, and trying to join Orochimaru, and he's like, oh man, he's like, that guy is mostly a pain in the butt there. He's like, mostly it's going to be a drag to get him back there. And he's like, well, give me some Jonin and Chunin guys there. She's like, well, they're technically on other missions right now, but technically, I will give you the best strong Genin in there and stuff like that. Even one, I might want you to have one Kunichi on your team there. And he's like, wait, why I have to have a girl on my team? That's what Shikamaru was actually saying there and stuff. He's like, shut it. He's like, just let her have this on the team there. So they go to Naruto there. She's like, what's going on, Shikamaru, and stuff like that. He's like, Naruto, I want you on my team there. She's like, wait, why you want me on your team there, Shikamaru? I thought you need something there to back you up and stuff like that. He's like, yeah, but I know I need a 5-man team, and you're the only one that's available and stuff like that. So technically, they got Naruto on the team there. Mostly Choji, Neji, Kiva. They mostly got all their guys from the original retrieval of Sasuke there. They're about to leave there. And then Sakura runs over to Naruto. She's like, Naruto, please bring Sasuke back to me, and stuff like that. And then she's like, and stuff like that. Please bring him back to me. And then Naruto's like, don't worry, Sakura, I can do it. Believe it, and stuff like that. And then mostly they were about to go there. Rock Lee comes in and stuff like that. And then he's like, well, yeah, Sakura, technically they will. Look at Naruto there. She give you the thumbs up there. She is gonna bring Sasuke back. She's like, really? She's gonna bring him back for me? He's like, believe it. He's like, I believe in it. And stuff like that. And mostly they go off into their things there. For the Sound 4 stuff there, plays out the same there. I'm not gonna really get over to the Sound 4. They get Sasuke the pill there, like they did in the original series there, and or the food pill there, and mostly they get him in the original series and mostly activating his second curse mark there and stuff like that. So stuff plays out the same on that. Mostly they were taking on mostly it plays out the same. Choji takes on I forgot what his name was. He takes on that one. He takes on the big guy. Kiba takes on the two-headed guy. Neji takes on the spider. And Shikamaru takes on the flute girl. So mostly they actually were going to fight them and stuff like that. And Naruto takes on Kibimaru. So how this is gonna play out? She mostly Naruto comes up to Kibimaru and she's like, well, he's like, I didn't know I had to take on you and stuff like that. She's like, bring Sasuke back and stuff like that and stuff. And then he's like, try it. And then mostly Naruto is getting her ass kicked there, like Naruto did in the original series. But she's like, Shadow Clone Jutsu, and then mostly they're trying to do it there, and then she does the Rasengan. She's like, take this Rasengan, and then mostly Kibimaru is just pushing Naruto back, and she's mostly activating her Nine Tails form, or mostly you see the Nine Tails chakra eyes, so she's like, bring him back there, and then he's like, well, I didn't know your little crush is here. There. She's like, I might put your little girlfriend out of misery. There. And he said, Sasuke might want his little girlfriend. And she's like, I'm not his girlfriend. And then, and stuff like that. And mostly comes out of nowhere. Rock Lee comes out of nowhere, kicks Kibimaru there. She's like, or no, not comes out of nowhere, but Sasuke comes out of the thing. He's like, boom. He breaks out, like, and she's like, Sasuke, listen to me. And then mostly Sasuke takes off there and stuff. She's like, Sasuke, wait, and stuff. And then mostly Kibimaru, he's like, where you going? And then he's like, eh. And then we see leave Hurricane. Boom. He's like, you're gonna take the handsome devil, the green handsome blue devil, Rock Lee, and stuff like that. And mostly Um, and she's like, Lee, what are you doing here and stuff like that? I thought you're injured. He's like, Narco, you have to get Sasuke back there. I can hold on this guy there. So, and he's like, pleasure. And then mostly Narco's, she's like, thanks, Neji. or thanks, Lee. And so mostly she was gonna go, and she's like, where are you going? And then, boom, he's like, I'm not gonna let you hurt her and stuff like that. That Rock Lee was actually saying. So Rock Lee was actually saying about that there. Mostly that, and then Rock Lee's fight against Kibimaru plays out the same there with mostly Gara and mostly the Sand Ninja came there. Tamari, Gara, and Gara, Tamari, and Kakuro there came and helped them out there. So that still plays out the same like in the original story. Mostly they get to the Valley of the End. So mostly, and then Narco's like Sasuke and stuff, and then Narco, and then Sasuke's turn. He's like, "What are you doing here, Narco?" and stuff like that. I'm gonna bring you back to the village. He's like, "What's the point there? Why I have to go back to the village there and stuff?" She's like, "Well, technically, I want to bring you back and stuff like that." He's like, you're not doing this there and stuff. She's like, into Narco's getting picked. She's like, God damn you! I'm gonna bring you back no matter what. And then mostly she comes at him and then hits him there. He's like, really, you of all people trying to bring me back there? And then he's like, I'm gonna bring you back no matter what, even if I have to break your arms and legs. And then she gets knocked out. She's like, ah. And then mostly falling. And then he's like, brilliant, stuff like that. So mostly Naruto and Sasuke fight. They go really hard out there. Naruto using our Shadow Clone Jutsu. She's like, Shadow Clone Jutsu. And then mostly trying to attack Sasuke there. Sasuke was trying to fend him off there. She's like, using the fireballs and stuff like that. Mostly she was getting pushed there by Sasuke at first there, like they do in the original series. And then technically Sasuke was getting pushed there also a little bit. And then mostly Naruto turns into mostly her One Tails cloak. Mostly she turns into her One Tails cloak. She's like, I'm gonna bring you back. And then mostly you see the Kurama coming up and they and stuff like that. And he's like, who the hell are you? And so she's like, I'm your friend. And stuff like that. And then mostly they're battling it out. And then mostly Naruto and they're mostly are Naruto and Sasuke were coming right at it. And then Sasuke is like, Naruto. And she's like, Sasuke. And then mostly colliding the Rasengan and the Chidori there, like it does in the original series there. She scratches the headband there. They get knocked back and stuff like that, and she hits the wall. Naruto hits the wall there, and then mostly Sasuke falls into the thing there. Like it happened in the original series, he like bends down there, looking at Naruto there and stuff like that, and then mostly he technically leaves. He technically leaves the village there, and walks away like he does in the original series. Mostly Akashi there sees Naruto there. She's like, wait, that's Naruto there, and then mostly he takes Naruto back to the village there. Mostly Naruto there. She wakes up from a conscience there, and she's like, what happened there? And stuff like that. And there's some thunder. Technically, she's like, what happened there? And stuff like that. And he's like, and then Jiraiya was actually saying, he's like, well, Sasuke went to Orochimaru. She's like, damn it, I want to do it and stuff like that. She's like, well, technically he's trying to get some more power in me, mostly stronger there. That's what Akashi, or that's what Jiraiya was actually saying there. and then she's like, damn it, I need to be more stronger there. I need to get him back to the village there and stuff like that. And she's starting to cry. She's like, I need to get him back. No. And stuff like that. He's like, don't cry, Naruto. Mostly, we will get your training going there so you can actually bring Sasuke back to the village there. Mostly, he's going to be pretty more powerful, but we need to do some extra training there and stuff like that. So, and then Naruto's like, yeah, I can agree there. And mostly we get into the end there where technically Naruto goes with Jiraiya there to go out of the village there and stuff like that. And she's gonna train with Jiraiya there, going out of the village. So, and that's where the what if technically ends there. Next is Naruto Shippuden there. That's gonna be the next one. It's gonna be Shippuden. It's gonna be the next next what if there. So yep. Comment, rate my sponsors to videos. We like videos. Please subscribe. Hit the notification once you upload to my live streams. Current sponsors to videos. Carry out of your piece.